Hello everyone, welcome back to Japanese Mario, part 12. Whoops, just meant to jump into the painting there. Yeah, course 12. It's called Takai Mountain. Takai just meaning tall, so it's, yeah, tall mountain, very simply. And then Takai Yama no Ue. Yama means mountain. So we've got a combination of the Japanese for mountain and a katakanaized English word for mountain. Takai Yama, so tall mountain, no Ue, like, yeah, just on the top or like at the top of the tall mountain. That was pretty good at all, wasn't it? No! I feel like I should probably be actually like going the other way. It's probably quicker somehow. Is that it? Ow. Whoops, what the hell happened there? That was weird. Go on, love! Yeah. It's kind of a weird level actually, isn't it? What is a lot of this? Oh, righty. 90 stars, bloomin' heck. This game sort of gets quite fast. It's very quick to progress once you get past the first area. Itazura Zaru, is it? Uki no Oli. Itazura, I think we've seen before, it means like prank, practical joke. So in this case, I suppose it's modifying Zaru. So it's like mischievous. And then Saru is a monkey. The word for monkey. And it's become Zaru in this case, just I suppose because it's easier to say. Itazura Zaru. Uki. That's his name. That's the monkey's name. Uki. Yeah, if you see like, is it like Yukiki or something? Ukiki. In English, the monkey's names in like Mario Party games and all that. This is just his name. Uki. No Ori. And Ori is a cage. That's the word for a cage. So it's the mischievous monkey Uki's cage. Whoops. And he's going to say quite a lot, actually, isn't he? Or she. I guess we'll find out, actually. Maybe the monkey will say a pronoun that will hint at its gender. We'll find out. He was a bit evasive, I think. I've had trouble, you know, getting a hold of him in the past. What's that there? Is that just like a shortcut? Go on, mate. Got it. Get it. There we go. It is. Puck! Damn it, do your little dive. Oi! Oh, that was it, man. I had totally had it. What the fuck? Just get him. What are you doing? Get him! There we go. Okay, so we've got itete, hanashite kure yo. Yeah, this is just like itai, isn't it? Itai meaning painful, or, you know, that hurts, or ouch, or whatever. Itete, hanashite kure yo. Hanasu, again, to release, to let go of something. Yeah, hanashite kure yo, just being like, you know, do this for me, sort of, yeah. Just, it means that it's do it, you know, for him, do it to him. Ukiki, I don't know why he's saying that. I guess just like a Pokemon, he likes to say his own name. Chotto karakatta dake nano ne. Chotto is like a little, isn't it? Karakau means to sort of tease, I suppose. To tease someone. That's probably the best translation of it, actually. And karakau, because it's karakau, it conjugates to past tense as karakatta. So I was, you know, I just... Actually, that's kind of weird, isn't it? You'd probably expect it to be karakatteta. Like, I was just teasing you. But instead it's like, you know, I teased. I teased rather than was teasing. Kind of interesting difference there. Dake, meaning like only or merely. So I was merely teasing, or yeah, I merely teased, if you want to stick with the wording of the Japanese. And then nano ni, sort of, again, like expressing that kind of, yeah, kind of sorriness, like regret kind of thing. Nano ni, regretful despite, or a regretful although, you know, even though I was just teasing. And this time it's nano ni, and not just no ni, because dake is kind of a bit like, it's a bit like a noun sort of thing. So we have to have na added to it before we can say no ni on the end. Dake nano ni. So you can't say dake no ni. That wouldn't make sense. So dake nano ni in this case. Were it just attached to karakatta, which is a verb, it would be like karakatta no ni, and you wouldn't need the na. But yeah, we do, because it's attached to dake. Hanashite kuretara ii mono ageru kara sa. This is like, yeah, if you let me go. This is like a conditional, tara. So yeah, if you let me go. I mono, like a good item, a good object, a good thing. Ageru. Ageru is like to give. It's like he's given it upwardsly to us, I suppose. It's like we're kind of above him. Well, you know, as the speaker, you always assume like everyone else is above you. You very modestly assume that kind of everyone else is above you. And so ageru is to like give, and it kind of means yeah, like upwards. It's upwardsly giving something. So you have to say ageru when you're saying you'll give something to someone. And if someone gives something to you, you say kureru or kureta. Kureru. It's like they give downwardly to you because you assume yourself always to be lower than everyone else, like hierarchically in the hierarchy. And then kara is like because, and strangely kind of comes at the end of the sentence. So it's like, you know, this kind of applies to the sentence before, I think. So he's trying to request in a previous sentence that we can't see anymore. He was trying to request that we you know, let him go. Was he? Or was it just the dake nanoni? Anyway, he's kind of saying like, because if you let me go, you know, I will give you a good thing. So maybe he's just kind of, you know, explaining why we should let him go or whatever. And then sa, to be honest, I have trouble with this, so I don't use it myself. I think it's a bit like, it's a bit like yo in a way, in that it just kind of changes the nuance of the sentence. Doesn't really have a meaning, but it changes the nuance in which this is said, I suppose. And then he's saying ne ne hanashite kure yo. Ne ne just meaning like it's kind of a just trying to get attention, isn't it? It's just trying to get your attention. Even though he already has our attention, he's kind of, you know, he's just kind of trying to draw us in, I suppose. Like ne ne hanashite kure yo. So yeah, like let me go. And then we've got hanasu, just meaning, you know, yeah, to let go. And then iya da. Iya means like disagreeable or negative. And then da is just a declarative. So it's basically saying no, or like I don't want to, or that's disagreeable. Is probably the most literal translation of that. Disagreeable. But it does help to understand the different uses of this a lot more, I think. Anyway, obviously we want to hanas him, so we will. And off he goes. Whoops. Open that cage, lad. Oh. And then he's just going, just kind of laughing, I suppose. Huh! Oi! What an interesting freeze frame. There we go. Here we go! All right. Okay. Obake kinoko no aka coin. Well, there's some bits I can go over now. Like kinoko is a mushroom. And I think it might even come from... no, never mind. I was going to say it might even come from like this ki being tree and then no, you know, just relating the tree, and then ko being child, so it's like a tree's child is a mushroom. But my dictionary didn't return results like that, so yeah, never mind. Obake. Doesn't that mean like, yeah, ghost or whatever? Obake kinoko, but they're not ghost mushrooms or whatever. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know. Bake isn't a word, is it? I don't know. I don't really know what's going on there. And then we've got aka coin, obviously just being red coins. So I suppose I should try and get the 100 money coin again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't like this. I'm definitely gonna die. Oh. Cheers, lad. Look at that little one over there. That's... Oh. Ceiling's a bit low and all, isn't it? Oh, what the hell was that? The bomb just fell off the level. Alright. We're safe, for now. But these guys are going to kill me, though. Oh, that's good. No, dudes. Really? This guy gives you 5, does he? Good. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Oh, nice. Here we go. That's the red One star. What the hell was that?
Here we go!
Two more lives. Mountain slider. Obviously, just meaning mountain slide. If I die, I might just cheat up to the side of the mountain where it is. Getting more lives is kind of funny though. Whoa! Ah, I wanted that one. Get over there. Yes. It's a dodgy little slide on it. All right.
Here we go!
Hashi no ue kara miwataseba. Hashi is a bridge. No ue, so like above or on top of the bridge. Kara, meaning from, so from the top of the bridge. Miwatasu means to like look out across something or to look out over something. So miwataseba, I believe, is like a kind of a conditional. So like it's sort of, you know, the implied question is like, what happens if you look out from above the from on the bridge? Yeah. And obviously, you know, if you look out from above the bridge, from on the bridge, you see the star in the waterfall, and you figure out a way to get it. So that's what that hint's kind of, yeah, implying. What happens? Or it could be shit. It could be that shit. It could be that it's suggesting we do that. I know that using the other form of a conditional, like where it like miwatashtara. Damn it, dudes. Miwatashtara. That's probably strange sounding, isn't it? But that tara, like conditional, is used when you want to suggest someone try doing something. So quite a crude example. If you said like koroshtara, that would be like saying, you know, what if you kill him? What if you kill them? Why don't you kill them? Sort of thing. Anyway, there's the star. So koroshtara would be like, yeah, why don't you kill them? It's like a suggestion. And so perhaps in this case as well, it's like miwataseba. Perhaps, and again, I might be wrong, but it might be like suggesting that we look from on top of the bridge there. But yeah, I don't know. Buttobe hanare kinokoe. Buttobe we've seen quite a few times, just means like to, I suppose this is imperative, isn't it? Like to launch or to fly. And then but just implies like force with that. So it's like buttobe, it's like blast through the sky, blast into the air. Hanare. Hanareru means to distance yourself or to distance oneself. And I suppose in this case, hanare or hanareteru means to be distant. So hanare kinoko is like the distant mushroom. yeah, distant. A lot of the mushrooms are kind of close together, or perhaps, maybe close to Mario, and then this one mushroom is far away from the level, from Mario, from the other mushrooms, I suppose. So I don't know which one of those things this hint is specifying that the mushroom is distant from. But yeah, that's what it's saying. Hanare kinoko. The distant mushroom, the lone mushroom, the distant mushroom. And then at the end, just meaning like to, basically, doesn't it? In the direction of. And to do this, we need the cannons. We need the cannons open. And to get the cannons open, oh! I thought I would land on the bridge there. Damn. Won't do it again. And he should be down here. There he is. How ridiculous is that? Why have they hidden in there? Cheers, bro. That was weird. Oh my god. How do we even get down there? Isn't there like wind that just blows you back up? Down here. Oof! No, there isn't. That's good. I think we were probably intended to use the wind, though. But, you can just air kick. I'm going to cheat. I'm a safe state. Because I find this quite hard to line up. Obviously, I don't want to die too many times. Oh my god, it's sensitive. How about there? No. Let's try again then. A bit higher. Oh, okay. I was expecting him to slide and then me sort of, jump up into the star, but he didn't slide. Excuse me. Yeah, that's that. And course 13. Which I'm gonna always start in massive mode, because it's easy to change to small mode. Kyodai... No, I've got to do the level first. Chibi Deka Airandao. Chibi... it means small, doesn't it? Like tiny. Chibi. And then Deka is like Dekai, meaning massive. Or huge. And I think this is called Tiny Huge Land on in English. I just found an interesting word when I searched for chibi. Chibi, written in katakana anyway, is small child, pipsqueak, small fry, small, short person. Don't say it to people, probably, apparently. But when I searched for chibi, it came up with chibiru, which means to wet oneself, to shit oneself, to be miserly. There's another interesting word. So yeah, it's like tiny, huge island. Airando is obviously island. And then Kyodai, Pakun Furawa. Kyodai meaning, giant, as I think we've seen before. This is like giant, and then dai is also big, so they kind of double up and mean giant. And then Pakun is the name of the piranha plants. Pakun furawa. And then furawa obviously is a katakanaization of the English flower. Excuse me. So, we need to be small, actually, on the first star. So, let's get ourselves small. Kill these punks. Can I punch them? Oi! Oh!
Here we go.
Huh. Camera went a bit weird there. Dekajima no teppen de. Deka, as we said, down here written in hiragana and up here in katakana for fun. Deka just meaning massive. Jima is Shima, which means island, right? Shima. And again, I suppose they've just put a dakuten on the sheet to make it G, because it's easier to say Dekajima than it is to say Dekashima. And then teppen, we've seen loads of times on the top. And de, again. Yeah, I don't know why it's de, to be honest. I suppose, you know, again, perhaps it implies a verb that we do at the top of the massive island. But, yeah. Or perhaps it just acts similarly to ni in this case. I don't know. Damn it. This guy's going to chuck us off. Oh, no, we're good, we're good. Oh, is this this is it, is it? Okay. I thought it would be like, I don't know, free floating in the sky, but it's in a box. Okay, and then we've got noko noko ritan machi. Noko noko meaning Koopa, the little Koopa turtle things. So noko noko in this case is Koopa the Quick. And then ritan machi, just, you know, that's English, isn't it? Return match. Weird English, definitely, but it's like a rematch, isn't it? A return match. So we're gonna have another foot race with Koopa the Quick. What the hell are you doing? Oh, easy dude. And he's going to say some things at us. Hisashiburi. That's just hisashiburi, meaning it's been a long time. I believe like hisa. He's put a small tsu in the middle, which is not needed. It should just be hisashiburi. But he's put hisashiburi. Hisa is just, yeah, essentially just means a long time. Oh, is it? Hisashi. I don't know what she's doing in there, to be honest. Because sometimes you can just say hisabisa, which means like a long time. It's just the hisa twice, basically. Hisabisa. Hisashi, I'm getting in my dictionary here as a she like adjective. Hisashi, meaning long or long continued, so perhaps it refers to that. Hisashi. And then buri, yeah, just means like an amount of time since something was last done, I suppose. I remember I played a gig in Noto Hanto, like the Noto, what would that be? Like peninsula, I suppose, in Ishikawa Prefecture. And I remember one of the performers saying something like Sannen Buri ni. I can't remember what he said, and I don't want to guess completely, but he said, like, in a 3-year period of time, we haven't played this song. So, Sannen Buri, he said. And this is Hisashiburi. So, you know, for a long time since we last met, I suppose he's saying here, even though the word met is not mentioned. But yeah, you say that. It's a very common phrase. It's a very common phrase on its own. Like hisashiburi, like especially if you bump into people that you haven't seen in a while. This is pretty much guaranteed to be said to you in Japan if you haven't seen someone for, you know, to be honest, a relatively short amount of time. Sometimes, you know, if it's been even just like a week. When you haven't seen someone you normally work with, perhaps they might say hisashiburi to you. It's a very common phrase. And then this su at the end is just a shortening of the word des. So instead of hisashiburi des, he's just hisashiburi, which is also incredibly common. Yeah. Ima choudo kaetta tokos. Ima meaning now. Choudo meaning like exactly or just. Holy hell, I just realised I said like exactly this to like a teacher once. And I was really pleased with myself because I just threw it out there like instantly. And I was like, damn, I've really gotten the hang of how to say that. But yeah, ima, now, choudo, like exactly, kaetta is like the past tense of to return or to come home. So I suppose perhaps this is his homeland then. Kaeru means to go home, usually, right? Kaetta, tokosu. And toko is a shortening of tokoro, which means a place, or in this case, a point in time. So he's saying like now, exactly, returned time. So the exact moment that I returned home. And then again, su, here, shortening of des. So ima choudo kaetta tokosu. And yeah, I said the much more polite version to a teacher who, I was working at a school temporarily and they wanted me to be included in like the school picture. And the guy who basically never spoke to me until he asked me to be included in the picture. And then I went and got it done. And when I came back to the teacher's room or the staff room or whatever, he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, did you get it done?" And I said, "Ima," I said like, yes. And then like, choudo kayet. Did I say kayetta? Choudo modotte kita tokoro desu. I think I said something like that. Like this is, you've just seen me at the exact point that I've come back to the teacher's room from doing that. So yeah. And then Power Star no seika ichidan to hayaku natta yosu ne. So Power Star no sei. That's interesting. Sei is, it's like a negative version of effect. It's like the Power Star's effect. I would translate this as the Power Star's fault. Unless seika is a word here. Oh, do you know what it might be? I might have misunderstood this before. Power Star no seika. It might be seika as in like results. So the results of the Power Stars. Ichidan to, meaning just like a single level. A single level hayaku natta. So became fast, one level, basically. So you became like you seem to be, one level faster. Obviously, though, it's pretty subjective what a level is. but he's basically saying you seem, a step faster. A single bit faster than last time or whatever. And then yo, meaning like, to seem or to appear. To appear one level faster. Well, to appear to have become one level faster. And then des snare at the end, but shortened des, so snare. So this could be results. I kind of understood it as like a questioning, sort of like a questioning? What's the word I'm looking for? Conjecture, maybe? But I understood this as like Power Star's fault, making it into a question sort of thing. So perhaps it's the Power Star's fault, or maybe due to the Power Star's effect, you seem to have become, a bit faster. But I might be wrong here. It might be Seika like result. So I don't see how me being faster due to the power of the stars is a negative result. So I can't really see why it would be the fault of the Power Stars. But it could be. I'm not a native speaker, so, so I'm not sure. この前は負けちゃって本当悔しいっす。この前 meaning this before, so before now. So the time before, less literally. 負けちゃって I accidentally lost. I undesirably lost. 本当悔しいっす。本当 meaning like really or seriously. 悔しい meaning regretful or remorseful. So I lost before, and I was really sort of beaten up a little bit, remorseful about having lost. ここはおいらのホームグラウンド. So here, this place, おいら, basically my home ground. It's interesting that they say home gurando and not home guraundo, because they could, but for some reason they've decided to say gurando instead of guraundo. And then jishin arus. Jishin is like self-confidence, I suppose. So is it self-confidence? Basically, the word as a whole means confidence. Yeah, so that's basically what he's saying. Like, there is confidence, or I have confidence, or I am confident, if you want to translate it into natural English. Jishin arus. Mo ichido yarimashou yo. Mo. Oh, that's weird. This is short. This should be mo ichido, but he's shortened it to mo ichido. And this basically just means like one time. And then mo basically means more, so like one more time in kind of a very different order to how it would be in English. So mo ichido yarimashou yo, and this is like the polite volitional form. So one more time, let's do it. And then yo at the end, kind of just to add emphasis, just kind of adds emphasis. And then goru wa kaze fuki no tani. So goru just meaning goal. Kaze fuki, the wind. Kaze is wind. Fuki is to blow. So it's like the where the wind blows, I suppose. The wind blowing. Tani. Tani is a valley. So the valley where the wind blows is the goal. Shitteru yo ne. Shitteru means to know. So he's kind of double checking with us. He's like saying, you know it, right? You know where that is, right? You know where that is, don't you? And then sonja is like a kind of an easier to say soreja, meaning like with all that decided, with all that cleared up, with that being said. Yoi don. meaning obviously yoi, and don is like a set phrase meaning get ready, and then bang. Kind of weirdly. Get ready, bang. It's like ready, set, go. But get ready, bang, meaning start. And then yameru, meaning stop. And obviously we can choose, choose which one we want to do there. But we're going to go don. And this one is quite a bit harder, I seem to remember. Or maybe not. He is faster though, isn't he? Look at Mata mata makechatta yo. Mata mata, I guess just doubling up mata, which means again. So perhaps mata mata means like, kind of, over and over again, even though we've only raced him twice. So like over and over again, makechatta yo, like I lost again, undesirably. Makeru is lose, and then, chao is like undesirable or an unexpected result, so makechatta yo. Kondo wa sugoi jishin atta nsu kedo ne. Kondo, this time, sugoi, like extremely, basically. Jishin, confidence. Atta nsu kedo ne. Atta, the past tense of aru, meaning like to be, so there was. So there was extreme confidence this time. Or I was extremely confident this time. Kedo ne, meaning like kind of although, or kind of but it comes at the end of the sentence. So it's like, kind of although, I suppose, is the best translation. Or even though I had extreme confidence this time. Honto sugoi desu ne. Seriously, or really, or really incredible, amazing. Snare, desne. Kono star mo agechaimasu. So this star also, I will, unintentionally, he didn't intend to be giving it to us, but agechaimasu is like, I have to give this to you. Even though I kind of didn't intend to, I suppose. Agechaimasu.
Here we go!
Oh, damn, 99 stars. 99 stars. Okay, we have Chibi-jima no go shikuretto. Chibi-jima, obviously, just kind of the opposite of Dekajima. Tiny island. Chibi-jima no go shikuretto. Shikuretto, obviously just being secret. So the 5 secrets of the tiny island, which... Excuse me, which I am on now. I don't know where these are. Actually, I know there's one here. And I also know there's one... What the hell? There's one on this side here. I guess it's just things like that, isn't it? So is there one there? Yes, there is. One there. Oi. And for some reason, I feel like there's one on the top of the mountain. I killed Cooper the Quick. Sorry, dude. Whoop. He's slidey, man. He's really slidey on this level. Go on, Maz. Easy. Okay, nice. I have to get over there, though. Can I just long jump? I don't want to try, man. I'm not going to try. Ow. Let's use this. Oh, yeah. Okay, nice. Whew.
Here we go!
Oh, dear. Right, that's 100 stars. Getting close to the end now. Hana-chan no aka coin. Hana usually means flower. And Hana-chan is the name of the wrigglers in Mario. So it's the little caterpillar guys. Hana-chan. Aka coin we've seen plenty of times. Means red coins, doesn't it? So I suppose I'll be going for... That's a life. I wouldn't have got it if I'd known that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be going for the 100 money star as well. I don't feel like this game's gonna like me getting two stars at once. Oh. Hopefully it'll be alright. Oh, dude! Nice. Oh, have another life, why not? Getting a bit low there. Phew! Alright. Looks like this video might be a bit long because I have to go and fight Hana-chan now, don't I? And yeah, they are going to say a lot of text. Ikari no Hana-chan. So Ikari is the same as the Ikari used in Womp's Fortress when it was Ikari no Battan Kingu. Just means like, you know, rage, anger. And so Ikari no Hana-chan, I suppose, less literally, you know, would translate as, you know, angry wriggler or angry Hana-chan. Yeah. Pissed off wriggler. Okay. Doesn't want to jump. Nah, dude. Nah, dude. Oh, okay, good. I'm gonna go stupidly slow. Okay, water's drained. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Ooh. Nice seal. And da-da-die. So that's just a noise, right? And da-da-die, just meaning, you know, who. Who is that? I suppose this is kind of a form of a declarative. So da-da-da is, you know, as a question is, yeah, like, who is that? And then da-da-die kind of just sillies it up a bit, in my opinion. Yeah, it just makes it a bit less harsh than da-da-da. Totsuzen bishonure ni nachaimashita. Totsuzen meaning like suddenly, I believe. So suddenly, bishonure. Bisho nureru means to be wet. And bisho nure is like soaking wet, just completely, just soaking wet. I think there's like an onomatopoeic like bisho, maybe, which just means, you know, the same thing, just soaking with water. Bisho nure, yeah, so soaking wet. Ni, I guess, you know, just allowing the verb naru to be used. So I became soaking wet all of a sudden. And then natchai mashita, for some reason using the polite form of natchau, which, you know, is an undesirable form of to become. So I undesirably became wet, soaking wet all of a sudden. But yeah, I don't know why it's natchai mashita. Nachata would make more sense to me, but you know, they want to use polite form, that's up to them. Kichinto tenjo naoshite morau desu. Kichinto. I'm gonna have to look that up. Kichinto apparently means precisely, accurately, or neatly. So perhaps properly, or you know, perhaps in this case, like to make just right. Tenjo is ceiling. Naosu means to fix. So it's like yeah. So and then morao means to receive the fixing. So I will have you fix the ceiling. And then kichinto, I suppose, is like, you know, kind of return it to a perfect state, or to make it just right. Yeah, maybe like to do it properly, perhaps. Kichinto. But yeah, that's what's going on. Like kichinto, like I'll have you like precisely repair the ceiling. And we got to jump on her head a bit. Mizu wo kakerareta tsugi wa funzukeraremashita. Mizu wo kakerareta. So kakeru means to, well, in this case, to just, what is it? Kakeru. What's the English word I'm looking for here? To, I suppose, douse, to douse them with water, I suppose. It's like to put water over them. That's what kakeru is, isn't it? It's like to put something over someone. And that can also apply to, like, intangible things as well. Is that what I mean? Intangible? Like non-physical things? It can also mean, like, kakeru. Like maybe you can sort of put a problem onto somebody else as well. So there's lots of meanings to kakeru. But yeah, they all have a similar-ish kind of vibe to them, but, you know, the one that an English word doesn't really encapsulate all the meanings properly. So anyway, kakerareta, so this is like the passive voice form. So to be, you know, I have been doused with water. And tsugi meaning next. Funzukeru, I guess, is, you know, is to step onto. I think we may have covered that with Womp's Fortress, actually, the Womp boss fight. Funzuke, and this is also in the passive form, isn't it? Lalelu. Funzuke lale mashita, the polite form at the end there. So, and then, yeah, so it's like next, you know, I have been, like, trodden on. And then mo honto ni okotta desu. It's really weird that they're still using polite form. Mo is like any more, or perhaps in this case, like yeah, already, or at this point, you know, now, like at this point, I'm really angry. And okoru is to become angry, so okotta is the past tense. So now I have really become angry, sort of, is what they are saying. And then des, strangely polite at the end. We'll jump on it again. There we go. Mata funzukelale chaimashita. So over and over again, I have been trodden on. I have been trodden on or stamped on. Hana-chan, kanzen ni yokotta desu. Interestingly referring to herself or itself with its own name, which is something that happens in Japanese. My ex used to say her own name to refer to herself, and it made me sick, to be honest. But pretty normal in Japan, especially with like young women. They use their own name, which, as I said, I find really gross, but pretty much more acceptable than in English. Kanzen ni, basically just completely. I suppose kanzen is like complete or entire, and then ni kind of makes it into like an adverb. So completely, and then okotta, the past tense of to become angry, so became angry. So I have completely become angry. And still with des on the end, which is, again, really weird. Itetete, lambo na hito da na. So, ow! You are a violent or like wild person, aren't you? I suppose. Nazeka ilaila shiteta kedo. Nazeka ilaila shiteta kedo. So this is like, excuse me, a question thing here, isn't it? Like, why? Iraira is to be irritated. Shiteta kedo. I don't know why kedo's there. Maybe it's like nazeka is excuse me, it's a bit like for some reason. It's like why with a question on the end, like questioning why. So maybe saying like for some reason I was angry, I was very irritated. However, or but, ma, sort of, I suppose denoting kind of a well. It's like well, sora ga mieru no mo waruku wa nai desu. The sky to be visible or to be able to see. So the sky being visible, and then this no, I suppose, make it into a nominalizer. So actually already what I just said, it's like a, sora ga mieru no mo. So the sky being visible, also bad not. To go through it like word by word and translate it very literally. But obviously what she's kind of saying is that the sky being visible is not bad, is also not bad. So it's not a bad thing, I suppose, that being able to see the sky, she's kind of coming to terms with it, kind of dealing with it, I suppose. Warui means bad or evil, in this case bad, and then waruku to make it into a, I suppose, to make it modifiable, we just say make it from warui to waruku, and then wa nai desu. I can't really go into why what is here. It kind of emphasizes that, like, waruku nai would mean not bad. Waruku wa nai kind of emphasizes the bad part of it. It's like, I suppose it's not a bad thing, is what that wa kind of implies in this sentence. Waruku nai, as I said, is just very simply not bad. And waruku wa nai is like, well, it's not bad. You know, it kind of emphasizes this part of the sentence there. And then yoru ni wa ippai hoshi ga mieru shi ne. Yoru meaning night, so at night, basically. At night. Ippai meaning like a lot or full, but in this case a lot. A lot. Hoshi meaning star, so a lot of stars. Ga mieru can be visible or are visible or can be seen. And then shi again, sort of indicating that this is one of many unmentioned reasons that it's a good thing. Yoru ni wa ippai hoshi ga mieru. She. So yeah, this she is just like, this is one reason, and there are also loads of others that I'm not going to, you know, specifically mention now. But that's what this she does. I think we've seen it before in previous parts. And then ne, kind of like seeking agreement in a way, rhetorically, kind of just going like, right? So at night I can see many stars, right? Sort of thing. You know, like I suppose that's one reason why it's not a bad thing, right? And then kono hoshi wa kaeshimasu. This star I will return. Still using polite form, so she's going to give us a star back. And then nandaka kimochi ga ochitsuite kita desu. This is just a noise. Nandaka, I suppose, meaning somewhat. In this case, somewhat, or somehow, perhaps. Kimochi ga, my feeling, or perhaps my general feeling or emotion. Ochitsuku means to calm down, or to kind of level out, I suppose, to calm. Ochitsuite kita has come to being calmed down, so it has become calmed down, sort of thing. And then des, just politing up the sentence at the end there. And I like it when she lands on land. Is she going to land on land, or is she going to fall to her death? She fell to her death. Sorry, Hannah-chan.
Here we go!
Yeah. And that's that. So, you know, as always, thanks for watching. Hope it was worthwhile. And I'll see you next time.